Tell me, do you watch my reactions? You will. What is poppin', phenoms and future phenoms? Hope you guys been having a phenomenal weekend and a phenomenal week so far. It's Tuesday. I've been gone. I'm not gonna lie, man. This flu, these viruses going around is no joke, man. It's crazy out here in these cold streets with the flu and stuff, because this stuff is no joke this year. So I've kind of been just relaxing and just sleeping, to be honest with y'all, man, because this had me out. But yo, we back on the grind now. Yo, so we got exclusive, the truth behind Justice League and the Snyder Cut. I've heard some things about this article from you guys' comments, so we about to get into this article. I've said this before and I'll say it again. There is more to the behind the scenes mess of the Justice League than what was written in the rap piece and other articles. I've been hunting for the truth since January, and now that Justice League is now out in digital, it's time to reveal the new stuff I found. You may want to read the rap piece first, and here are some other things we know so far. One thing written below is wrong. Can you find out? Zack was heavily working on Justice League ever since Batman vs. Superman was released. So Warner Bros. wanted to, but didn't boot Snyder. According to my friend Fiona, owner of the Snyder Cut website, a staff from Warner Bros. Told her that Warner Bros. Put great deal of pressure on Zack after the release of Batman v Superman, and right then, on January 2017, Zack posted this on the Vero. What the heck is that? Never compromise, not even in the face of Armageddon. Oh, okay, that's on his Twitter. Okay. When Zack showed his cut to the executives, they hated it. The executives and Jeff Johns thought that the first cut was awful. Jeff Johns and Warner Bros. Hired Whedon, not Zack. When Zack had to leave the production because of his personal tragedy, Warner Bros. And Whedon literally turned the movie into a complete comedy chipmunk film with reshoots. It was a comedy, no lie. I really did think we was watching the Avengers with how much comedy was in there, especially Batman joking around way too much. The cast was against Whedon's changes, but at the test screening, September, at least the audience responded to his humor and quips, so they were kept. Did you find the wrong sense? Well, here it is. When Zack had to leave the production because of his personal tragedy, that is wrong. Do you want to hear the heartbreaking truth? Josh L. Dickey, who wrote the Variety, the Rap, Mashable, revealed the truth when he decided to leave entertainment journalism. Since I'm shifting into don't give a f mode, here's a hot one for you. Ooh, Zack Snyder was fired from the DCEU just over 1 year ago. Couldn't write it quite that way at the time, but was able to tap dance around it. Dickey pretty much confirmed that Warner Bros. Took Zack off Justice League and used his daughter's death as a PR move. And here's something I got from the source who went to San Diego Comic-Con 2017. Remember what I told you from everything I overheard during SDCC? I couldn't say it because I wouldn't be believed, but I told you I was removed. The worst part about it is Warner Bros. Says / DC rep spoke openly about it at SDCC. Even Marvel Studios heads knew. The original Mashable report made the following claim. Multiple sources with knowledge of Warner Bros. Plans say that as the DC Extended Universe moves forward, the Snyders will no longer have anything like the level of creative influence that got the franchise to this point. Man, it's ridiculous, dog. Quoting Screen Rant. Although this tweet is sure to spark a great deal of discussion and speculation, it is important to remain aware of the fact that Snyder departed Justice League in the wake of an awful tragedy, and to be sensitive to that as possible. Ultimately, whether he was fired or left on his own violation doesn't really matter. It's been known for a while that Snyder is no longer the creative lead on the DCEU, and knowing the reason why doesn't change much. So the reshoots took place in England. Whedon and co heavily changed Justice League in June, July, and a few days in August. In my hunt for the truth, I checked the details we got previously from several sources, including Batman on Film. Like them or not, they have been right 80% of the time. Bill from BOF has respect from both Nolan and Snyder, and he was right about Affleck leaving the directional duty for the Batman extensive reshoots for Justice League. A person known to Bill and Rick shoot a Batman on film was part of the small audience who saw the Snyder Cut of Justice League. What were his thoughts? Note that this guy is not a big fan of BVS, disliked Suicide Squad, but loved Wonder Woman. Justice League is going to blow your mind. It's really going to impress you all. He is one of the few people who watched the Snyder Cut. The person above Kevin Smith's friend and the source from one of the previous articles said that the Snyder Cut is better than the movie that was released in theaters. We need the Snyder Cut. Release the Snyder Cut, man. We need it. Okay, the person above also mentioned that a lot of what he saw was incomplete. According to the source on Ads on Justice League, a lot was cut, probably a half hour at least. Wow. From what was filmed during principal photography. When you add in the stuff that was reshot new under Josh Whedon, I think it's fair to say the final product is probably more than a tad different what was originally planned. Justice League has been in a total state of change from the moment that Batman v Superman hit theaters last year due to the critical and audience reaction. This is why there was a studio mandated course correction and DC Films under Jeff Johns and John Berg was created. I'm here to remind you that Justice League will be released in digital and Blu-ray soon. Here's a suggestion. Don't buy it. Catch me on Twitter at PhenomCrew. Come back tomorrow. So that's the article. So pretty much what this was saying was Zack Snyder's cut was better than the movie we got in theaters. If they fired Zack Snyder, I think that's a bad move on their end. Batman v Superman was dope. Man of Steel was dope. I've enjoyed almost every Zack Snyder film I've ever watched. I wasn't a big fan of Watchmen, but I really never gave it a chance. I will say that I never really gave Watchmen a chance. I watched like 10 minutes. Was like, I don't know if I like this, but I never watched all the way through, so I can't really judge it. But Batman v Superman, Man of Steel, I've enjoyed the way he's taken the tone with Justice League. You know, he's not doing the same thing as everybody else, and that's what makes it good in my opinion. He's doing something different. Now with Justice League, obviously it was a mix-up between him and Josh Whedon, and you can tell when Whedon came in because it seemed like Justice League was more of a comedy. And like I said before, I really don't mind the jokes. I don't mind the Justice League jokes. I don't. I think it's cool that he added in some jokes. But some of the things in the movie that they changed around, I didn't like. Like, for example, in the trailer when Batman jumped into his I forgot what the thing was called, when he jumped into it, and on Snyder's cut he was like, "It's my turn." And then in Josh Whedon's rewrite, he said something so corny. I was like, why did they change that? Zack Snyder was way better on that part. But that's just one thing. And then also he had Batman joking way too much, as I pointed out before. All I can say about this, man, release the Snyder Cut. You know, I think people judge Batman v Superman so heavy, and now it's doing a backlash because people don't like Justice League, and they're like, oh, why did they not release a 2-hour movie? Well, people complain because Batman v Superman was, 2 hours long? It was like, oh, we don't want to wait that long, but now people want to watch the full movie 2 hours long. So it's like, at the end of the day, people are going to whine, people are going to complain. You might as well release the best product you can release, and that should have been the 2-hour-long movie of Justice League with Zack Snyder stuff in it. So all I can say is I hope that we do get a Zack Snyder cut. I hope Zack Snyder is not gone from Warner Bros. Zack Snyder, I support everything you do, bro. I love your movies. Batman v Superman was a masterpiece, and I'm not afraid to say it. I love Batman v Superman, and it never gets old to me. I can keep watching it. I use my brain. A lot of people don't like Batman v Superman because it makes you use your brain. People don't understand why Batman was doing the things he's doing. But I understand, Zack. I don't watch it about 15 to 20 times. I get it. It's a masterpiece. Man of Steel, loved it. I hope you come back for more. I hope whatever this stuff is going on here gets situated, man. But I support you 100% of the way. And I hope we get the Snyder Cut of Justice League because I wasn't too happy with Justice League. I thought it was cool. But I was like, it could have been way better. So I hope we get your cut, man. I really want to see your cut. Post your comments down below. Let me know what you thought about this article, man, about Zack Snyder's cut being better than the release of the one that was in theaters, man. If you, I don't know. Let me know your opinions down in the comment section below. What did you think about Justice League? Do you want to see the Snyder Cut, or did you like the Josh Whedon cut that we got in theaters? Let me in the comments down below. If you enjoyed my reaction, make sure you hit that like, that share, and subscribe. If you did not, hit that like, that share, subscribe anyways. Help brother out, come part of the PhenomCrew, because we dropping videos daily. I'm going to catch you guys in the next video. 100,000 subscribers is grind time. Let's get it.